Two numbers tell the whole story of the V8 pickup in America. 1 million, the miles a single Toyota V8 has now covered, twice, on one factory engine. 600,000, the vehicle's General Motors just recalled because its newest V8 can seize at highway speed. So, 3 worst V8 trucks ever put on an American road, ranked by the bill they hand you. 4 best, ranked by proven miles, and at the end, the V8 on dealer lots right now that looks safe and is not. Number 3. The 2004 through 2008 Ford F-150 with the 3-valve, 5.4-liter Triton. Here is what makes this engine special in the worst way. It does not ambush you with some exotic failure. It booby-traps the most routine service a V8 truck ever gets. Ford gave this Triton a 2-piece extended spark plug, and over the years those plugs weld themselves into the cylinder heads with carbon. Come tune-up time, the lower half snaps off inside the engine, and now a job that costs a couple $100s on any other truck needs special extraction tools and a mechanic with steady nerves. The average bill for plugs on these already runs past $300 by RepairPal's numbers, and owners have reported dealer quotes starting around $850 once broken plugs enter the picture, with a couple hundred more for every additional one that snaps. Sit with that. The maintenance itself is the failure. And while you are saving up for spark plugs, the cam phasers start knocking. Those are the units that adjust valve timing on the fly. They wear loose, they hammer like a diesel at idle, and left alone they can damage the engine around them. Owners report phaser and timing chain jobs in the range of $2,000 to $3,000 at the dealer. None of this kills the truck outright, and that is almost the insult. The 5.4 just stands there charging you tune-up money like transmission money. The only V8 where the scheduled service is the breakdown. Call it $3 grand to do what an oil change customer does for $50. Second on the worst side, and this one breaks hearts because the badge on the fender is the most beloved engine name Detroit ever coined. The Ram 1500 with the 5.7-liter Hemi. The Hemi carries a fuel-saving trick that shuts down 4 of the 8 cylinders while you cruise. The hardware doing that work, the lifters, is exactly where this engine lets go. They collapse, they start a tick you can hear at every red light, and if you keep driving, the failed lifter machines the camshaft lobes flat inside an engine that was running fine a month earlier. The scale is documented. On the 2011 Ram alone, CarComplaints logs the average camshaft and lifter repair at around $3,700, landing just under 108,000 miles. Across owner reports the job commonly runs anywhere from $2,000 to $4,500, and unlucky owners have posted bills past 6 months' rate, now the part that earns Ram the second spot instead of the third. Owners suing over this say dealers waved the noise off as normal for years, and to this day there has been no recall for it. A class action is how this failure gets addressed, not a service campaign. 108,000 miles is right when a truck is supposed to be getting good. Instead, that is when the Hemi sends its invoice, America's favorite, engine sound, and it is the sound of a camshaft filing a claim. Budget $4,500 and hope you never need it. Num to 40th. Worst number 1. The 2021 through 2024 Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra with the 6.2-liter V8. The engine General Motors codes L87. The 2 trucks before this hand you a repair bill. This one can hand you a dead truck in the passing lane. The connecting rods and crankshafts in these engines could leave the factory with manufacturing defects, and when one lets go, the engine does not tick or smoke first, it seizes. Will. That is not internet drama, that is the official recall. In April of 2025, General Motors recalled nearly 600,000 vehicles in the United States over exactly this, more than 100,000 of them Silverado pickups alone. Then it got worse. This January, federal safety regulators opened a brand new investigation into those same engines because dozens of owners reported failures after the recall repair was already done. The fix itself is now under the microscope. When that engine dies outside of coverage, replacing a 6.2 runs $7,000 to $10,000, and that is before the rental car and the tow. To be fair, General Motors extended the warranty on affected trucks to 10 years or 150,000 miles, and some out-of-warranty owners have gotten free replacement engines. But you are shopping the used market, where paperwork gets lost, and a used 6.2 from these years is a coin flip wearing a premium price tag. The final indignity is that this is the newest V8 on the list. 7 decades of small block wisdom behind it, and it produced the only engine here whose repair is also under federal review. The bill at the top of the worst side is not a number, it is the whole engine. Heavy stuff out of the way, so a quick word at the turn. I decide whether to keep making breakdowns like this off one number, and the like button is where that number lives, so if a seized crankshaft just left your shopping list, you know what to do. And the diesel version of this list is already on the bench. Subscribe and you will catch it. Now, the 4 V8s that built the reputation the bad ones are spending. The best side opens at number 4 with the engine that saved the V8 at Ford. The 5.0 Coyote in the F-150, built from 2011 on. When Ford retired the Triton, this was the answer. And it is everything the old engine was not. No turbos, no cylinder shutoff gambit, just a free-breathing 32-valve V8 that pulls to redline like a Mustang because it shares its bones with one. More importantly for you, it lasts. A maintained Coyote clearing 200,000 miles is unremarkable, and well-kept examples run toward 300,000 on nothing more heroic than clean oil on schedule. One honest asterisk keeps it at number 4. The 2018 through 2020 run developed a thirst for oil, bad enough that Ford acknowledged consumption of a quart every 3,000 miles in service documents. Bad enough that owners went to court, shop around those years, or verify the history, and the risk mostly evaporates. The newest versions have largely put the problem to bed. Do that one piece of homework and you own the modern V8 that finally gave Ford loyalists their forever engine. Proven ballpark, 250,000 miles, on, pump gas and oil changes. One step up the ladder to number 3, and it costs less than anything else in this video. The 1999 through 2006 Silverado and Sierra with the 5.3-liter Vortec. This is the small block Chevy in its purest modern form. Iron block, simple heads, and, this is the key, not a single cylinder deactivation part anywhere inside it. It predates the fuel-saving hardware that went on to wreck its descendants. The best Chevy, the 5th 8, ever bolted into a pickup is the one from before the gimmicks. Owners and shops report these running 250 to 350,000 miles on basic care, and high-mile survivors past 350,000 on their original internals are a documented, boring reality. And when something finally does wear, no engine on earth is cheaper to put right. Every parts store in America stocks it. Every mechanic alive has been inside one, and half the repairs are a weekend and a case of beer. These trucks are 20+ years old now, so you are inspecting for rust and neglect, not engineering flaws. Find a cared-for one, and the drivetrain is the last thing you will ever worry about. 300,000 miles for used lawnmower money per repair. The second best V8 ever bolted into a pickup takes us back to the turn of the millennium, when Toyota walked into the most American segment there is, carrying an engine built like a bank vault. The first generation, Tundra, with the 4.7. Toyota did something no accountant would sign off on today. They gave a half-ton pickup an engine engineered to Land Cruiser standards, with a cast-iron block and everything inside it oversized for the job it would actually be asked to do. The result is an engine with one of the cleanest reliability records ever recorded in a truck. Owner communities have documented these clearing 500,000 miles on their original internals, and the standard complaint at 300,000 is that the seats are getting worn. There is exactly one commandment. This engine runs a timing belt, not a chain, and it must be changed on schedule, roughly every 90,000 miles. Skip it, and a snapped belt lets pistons meet valves, and the immortal engine dies of owner neglect. Keep that one appointment, and there is almost no documented way to wear this engine out inside a human driving lifetime. The truck around it rusts, the interior fades. The 4.7 just keeps metering out miles. 500,000 miles on the engine Toyota built like it was for somebody else's desert, which brings the countdown to its number one, and for once the record is literal. The 2007 through 2021 Toyota Tundra with the 5.7-liter V8. Before this engine ever reached a customer, Toyota ran it through 800,000 miles of durability testing. Then the customers made that look conservative. Louisiana man named Victor Shepard took his 2007 Tundra past 1 million miles by 2016. Original engine, original transmission, 117 scheduled services, and nothing more. Toyota was so impressed it handed him a brand new truck just to get the old one back and tear it down for study. Then he did it again. Last year, his next Tundra with the same 5.7 crossed the million-mile mark too. Once is a freak, twice is a design. The fleet-wide numbers agree with the folk hero. In the latest IC Cars longevity study, 30% of Tundras reach 250,000 miles. The average truck manages 13%. The average vehicle, under 5. Honest costs of ownership. The 5.7 drinks fuel like the displacement suggests, and high-mile examples can seep a little oil up top where factory sealant ages, an annoyance worth pricing into your offer, not a death sentence. Here is what seals the number one spot. Toyota does not build this engine anymore. The current Tundra runs a twin-turbo 6 that stumbled into an engine replacement recall right out of the gate. The last great V8 is a closed catalog. Every one that exists is already on the road, and the used market has figured that out. 1 million miles, proven twice, on an engine you can no longer order. That is the best V8 ever put on the American road. Now the warning I promised, because there is a V8 on new and late model lots right now wearing the costume of old number 3. The 5.3 in the 2019 and newer Silverado and Sierra. The L84. Mino Titazo, same displacement as the Legend, completely different animal. This one runs the modern cylinder deactivation system, and its lifter failures, misfires, and stalling complaints are the subject of a class action a federal judge kept alive this spring. The engine seizure recall you heard about earlier does not cover it, and there is no recall of its own. General Motors extends coverage only after a truck has already been in the shop twice for the problem. The Escape Hatch, the newest trucks finally offer this engine with the deactivation hardware deleted, and that version, or the older pre-deactivation 5.3, is the one worth your signature. Same badge as the best cheap V8 ever made, none of the immunity. So the split is clean. The 4 best V8s on this list got there by staying simple, and all 3 of the worst got there chasing a fuel economy trick or a cheaper part. Now settle the real leaderboard in the comments. Which V8 has carried you the farthest, how many miles are on it right now, and is it still earning its keep today? Highest verified odometer gets a pin.